Did you miss me? Okay, short version. I broke my wrist, which stopped me doing a lot of things. Now for the long version. So, end of last year, I finished up my job for the year and started my year off. I'd already started rehearsing the producers, then I went on a holiday with some friends, and we tied into it our Southwest premiere down in Augusta for Perth at Home Theatre, which was a lot of fun. Day after we got back, I had a 4-hour dance rehearsal, which was going great. 3 hours in, and we're dancing Springtime for Hitler, and it was going really well until I jumped, and when I landed, my foot kept going and I put my arm out to stop me. It's called fush, fall on outstretched hand, and I snapped my radius bone all the way through, so it was at a really funky angle. I'm super lucky that we have such a great team. I mean, our choreographer ripped the shirt off of her back to wrap around the ice to put on my arm. There was lots of sitting while we were waiting for an ambulance, but we ended up deciding to drive me to the hospital. Our stage manager accompanied me with a bucket because I kept feeling like I was going to throw up, and my partner, who was also in the show, drove me to the hospital. I spent 6 weeks in a cast with a couple of hospital visits in between and 3 different casts. So I started with a temporary one, and then they put on a fiberglass cast and then a new fiberglass cast because they weren't sure it was tight enough, but I think it actually ended up looser. So that was a whole thing. I was really lucky because of how severe the break was that it was realigned really well in the hospital. They had to actually cut off the circulation in my arm and put general anaesthetic into my bloodstream, and that numbed everything so that they could pull the bones back into alignment. And thank you to my doctor who did such a good job, and it meant that I didn't have to have surgery, which is amazing. I'm now a couple of weeks into rehab, so getting the flexibility and strength back into my arm. So I've got a bit more than I had before, so I can kind of move my wrist a little bit. I can't turn it very much. And I'm having to get stuff sorted with my shoulder as well, because when you're in a cast for 6 weeks, it tends to mess with other parts. So rehab's going really well and I'm improving day by day. So that's great. But the best news is I'm still in the producers. I kept rehearsing while I was in the cast, and now bit by bit I've managed to build using my arm in. There's just a few different hand positions I can't do quite yet, and swinging the ball and chain is slightly challenging, but it's getting better and better. So my accident slowed down my year off and all the amazing things I was going to achieve, but now I'm starting to get back on track. I'm starting to make videos. I've been working towards a secret project, and I think it's all up from here. I've also started working with the Australian School of Performing Arts again, for the Australian Girls Choir and for Asper Ed. So I'm really enjoying being back with my AGC family. I missed working with them. But also I got my wallet stolen, so this year didn't start so great. But I hope everyone else has had a better start to 2021 than I have. I'm excited to be starting up my videos again. So I hope to see you again on Music and Theatre Education. And until then, keep on that theatre adventure.